Right, so usually Monday is Matchmaker Monday, but I really wanted to make a video today talking about Islam Makhachev and why I'm rooting for Islam Makhachev against China and why everybody at home should be rooting for the GOAT of the sport to cement his status. He is the GOAT of MMA. If he beats JDM, he's cemented it, and he has like a I wouldn't say flawed title run, but skill set. And we're looking at people that submit Charles Oliveira, that outstrike Volkanovski, that just outdo Volkanovski, that submit Dustin Poirier, that knock out Volkanovski too. Okay, it was not showing us, but it was the first exchange. You're looking at Makachev as one of the profound greatest of all time. And I think we need to be looking at Makachev in this fight as this is the go fight. We aren't getting Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev. That's just not going to happen. This is Makachev's opportunity to really cement his status as the greatest mixed martial artist that we have ever seen. And that's why I'm rooting for Makachev, one of the many reasons. I don't know if he beats JDM. That's the thing. I'm leaning towards JDM, but I I'm not a big fan of people moving up. It can be good and it can't be good. I feel like Makachev out of any champion deserves to move up. I feel like the lighter man scale is such a thing in MMA. Like it's actually such a real thing. Like it really is. And he's been dominating the greatest division that we have in the sport. Lightweight has been incredible. Look at Gilbert Burns, got knocked out by Dan Hooker, and then went up and fought for. Isn't better than the lightweight Dan Hooker. He submitted Dan Hooker in a round. So that comparison you can't really use. We've seen so many people had success moving up. The thing is, I think this is such an interesting fight because I've said this for so many months. JDM, Makachev. Which one did I say? Makachev, really good striking, really good wrestling. JDM, really good wrestling, better striker. Combine both of them, they're really good at the other's weakness, which I think is the most fascinating part about this whole fight. Makachev is an extremely good striker. He knocked out Volkanovski. He was able to do bits against Dustin Poirier, who's considered one of the greatest boxers in the UFC. I think Makachev is actually such an underrated striker, if I'm being honest with you. I honestly think Makachev could fucking butcher some welterweights. I think he would fuck Sean Brady up on the feet. I think he would give Leon Edwards goal on the feet. And I think he would dismantle Ian Gary, if I'm being honest with you. I think Makachev is fucking criminally underrated on the feet. Go back and watch the Volk fight. Go back at the first Volk fight in Australia. Go back and watch the Dustin Poirier fight. He was fucking landing bombs. Bombs. He just doesn't have any power. That doesn't mean he wasn't dropping bombs. He was outboxing Dustin Poirier in an off night, okay? A lot of people say it was an off night. I think Poirier just had moments. But if you go back, a part of me gets a lot of confidence from knowing that Islam was able to do bits against Dustin Poirier on the feet. And Dustin's one of the best boxers. I get confidence knowing that Islam is extremely good at submitting people because he submitted Charles Oliveira. You know, he submitted Dustin Poirier as well, who's got extremely good takedown defense. I know he's got like submitted a lot, but Dustin's got some submissions on his record too, let's not forget. And I feel like JDM has just been tested against Bilal Muhammad. And if you look at the Gilbert Burns fight, Gilbert Burns was doing fucking damage to JDM on the ground. And he was easily taking him down. Now, he was injured and shit like that, but we can't just ignore that. We also can't ignore that. Was Bilal Muhammad really ever that good? Was he really ever that good? We don't really know. I don't really think Bilal Muhammad is. I don't think he beat Ian Gary, and I don't think. You know, he had an extremely close fight with Leon Edwards. We saw what the new and improved Sean Brady did to Leon Edwards on short notice. So that's one thing. Was Bilal that good? That's a debate for another day. But Islam Makhachev really that good? He's got Arman Tsarukyan win. He's got a Dan Hooker win. He's got a two Volkanovski wins. A Charles Oliveira win. He's got a fucking Dustin Poirier win. And if he makes it a JDM win, that's the greatest fighter of all time. Let's not forget, like, if we're being honest here, he was going to beat Arman Tsarukyan in the rematch. He was going to beat Arman. I never got people that picked Arman. Arman doesn't have better striking. Arman does not have better wrestling. Arman does not have more of a submission threat. Arman is better ground and pound. But if you look at the actual core factors of a fight, where was Arman Tsarukyan beating Islam? You can't say anywhere. You can't say he's got better grappling. You can't say he's more dangerous at pulling up a submission. You can't say he's more dangerous on the hands. You can't say he's going to outbox, you know, fucking Islam and then just go in there and take him down and ragdoll him. You've no proof for that. He got out scrambled by Gamrot. And do you think Gamrot's making it to a decision against Makachev? Oliveira just fucked him on the ground like it was nothing. Okay, and let's not forget, another 20 seconds in the second round against Charles Oliveira, Tsarukyan was toast. Back and watch that, you know, last 20 seconds of the Tsarukyan versus Oliveira fight. He got him, he was about to get him in a, you know, a fucking triangle. Arman got saved by the bell. Dodgy split decision. We're here now. He pulls out today before he's fighting Dan Hooker. He's going to butcher Dan Hooker, which I will actually be at. I'm going to Qatar for that fight. But I want Islam to be the GOAT. I want Makachev to be the GOAT. I don't think Makachev has 3 fights left in him. I don't think we ever see the Ilia Topuria fight. And please don't give me this bullshit of Islam was running scared or he didn't want anything to do with Topuria. It's just complete fucking bullshit. Okay, he had every right to move up. He had the most title defenses in lightweight history. He had beaten most of the division. Ilia Topuria got a title shot of beating a Josh Emmett that got finished by Yair Rodriguez. Ilia didn't even finish Emmett. So let's not play that card. Makachev was in a way better position than Ilia to move up. So this fucking bullshit and notion that Makachev ran scared and he didn't want anything to do with Ilia, they're just stupid people. They don't know what they're talking about. You just haven't a fucking clue what you're actually looking at. Do you really think Makachev was running away? He left the division just to run away from Ilia Topuria when he was running up to fight JDM, who just beat the shit out of Bilal Muhammad and looked absolutely fucking incredible. Absolute bullshit. People that just don't know what they're looking at. Okay? Would Islam beat Ilia? I always said Islam beats Ilia. I will die on that hill. Ilia is a different style to JDM. And I feel like Ilia is much more of a stationary opponent. To beat Ilia, you need kicks. And I don't think he's really fought someone like that before. Falcon obviously got good low kicks. Max has definitely got decent kicks. And let's not forget, the Max and Volk fights, you take out the KOs, they were extremely competitive. Ilia was a little bit ahead in the Max fight. I thought Volkanovski was a little bit ahead in the first round of the Ilia fight. He's not as indestructible as you think, Ilia Topuria. He's just not. He's just not. And I really don't think we're ever going to get to see him properly tested because he's going to fight Paddy Pimblett in January. Hopefully he'll fight Sarukian in June, July, and that will be a year since he's got the belt. So unless Arman shits the bed and just looks absolutely awful after his inactivity, we'll probably see Sarukian versus Ilia next. If not, I think he's got, I won't say an overrated legacy, but if you're questioning Makachev's legacy, I think you need to look at the wins of Ilia Topuria as well. Incredible fighter. He's pound for pound number 2 at the moment. I don't really think you can get rid of Makachev's pound for pound number 1. He beat the pound for pound number 1 Volkanovski twice. He beat the pound for pound number 3 at the time, Charles Oliveira, the most submission wins in UFC history. He actually went in there, submitted him. Beat Dustin Poirier. And if he goes, they're just trying to get more hype off Ilia because he probably has a little bit more time in the sport left than Makachev. But you need kicks to beat Topuria. Bryce Mitchell was able to land some decent kicks. Bryce Mitchell was able to get Ilia Topuria down and on his back. You don't think Makachev can do that? You don't think Makachev can get Ilia Topuria down and get him on his back? Like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.